Hello, guys. Yeah, I've decided to do another stream, and yeah, as usual, like I do with pretty much every stream that I do, I'm obviously have some stuff to talk about. Yeah, as you can see, there was a comment in the live chat that I put. It's my Discord name and tag number. If you're asking why I decided to drop my tag number in the comments. Well, the last stream that I tried doing, Master Luti 14 tried to join, and I don't have him on Discord, and then my mic got disconnected when I tried dropping the link in the chat, and then tried to delete it. So yeah, that went badly. So to try and avoid some technical difficulties again, I decided to, well, as you can see, drop my Discord name and tag number in the comments. But yeah, currently there's no people here yet. But I guess I'll get to, I guess you'd say, chatting away about some stuff that I wanted to talk about. And today we're gonna be talking about some stuff that I love to talk about. Other communities. Yeah, communities. Well, obviously you guys know what communities are, but oh, hi, Bob the Seether fan. Yeah, I was actually going to talk about some uh, communities that I have some things to say about. First, we're going to start with one of the communities that I'm in, the physical media community or the DVD collecting community, whenever you want to call it. Or, yeah, and then I haven't talked about this community on my channel before, but I have some things to, I guess you'd say, talk about when it comes to the animatronic community, which is ironic because Bob's here. But yeah, first we're going to talk about the physical media community, and yeah, there's some interesting things that have been going on with the physical media community for a while now, and yeah, it's definitely a very flawed community in my opinion, and some of the reasons why I personally, to an extent, cannot stand the physical media community is it's really when it comes to a lot of the stuff they tend to get angry at, or yeah, it seems like they are have tend to have really short tempers. Now, not saying that if you have a short temper that just makes you a horrible person, but Jesus, some of these people can get insane, could be insanely fuming and start getting really angry over some really minor stuff, like a certain term that I have talked about before, and one that seems to be basically the first thing you should do if you really want to get a physical media member triggered is use the term "I respect your opinion." And here's the thing that I don't like when it comes to this term. Uh, a lot of people in the physical media community tend to be, let's just say, very concerned and make sure it's their number one priority to make sure people quote respect their opinions or don't opinion bash. But then when someone uses the "I respect your opinion" term, they either get insanely butthurt or insanely angry, and then make like 50 videos on that person because of that, and then saying stuff like, the "I respect your opinion" term is outdated. Now, personally, I have issues with the "I respect your opinion" term, but mainly in the context that it is actually used in. And if you're asking what type of context I'm talking about, it's whenever someone's making one of those like crappy Go Animate slash Beyond type rants, and then towards the end of the video they say, if anybody likes this user that I'm making this video on, I respect your opinion. And I feel like they only use that term not because they actually respect other people's opinion, but it's kind of like, I guess you'd say, kind of like a checkmate move. I guess you'd say. You ask what I mean by that? It basically they're using that term to make sure no one criticizes them for their actions. So if they get called out for, let's just say, being, for a lack of better terms, a dickhead towards the people they're making the rants on, if someone criticizes them for their what they said about them. They could just hide behind the "I respect your opinion" term, and when someone criticizes them for their actions, they could just claim that they're opinion bashing when that's really not the case. It's they're not bashing your opinion on that user. They're just criticizing you for what you have to say about the user. And it again, these Joe anime type rants tend to fall pretty heavily under the cyberbullying category alongside the angry message videos and that type of stuff. But yeah, I think I've talked a bit about my issues with the. Oh yeah, there's also another issue I have with the physical media community. It's usually, well, I think this speaks for itself, but when people try to either tell you to destroy something that you own or sell it, or forcing you to get something, yeah, I think I don't really feel like I need to explain why that's an issue, but yeah, I don't I don't know what to really say about it. Or yeah, it's just really annoying. But yeah, now that I've talked long enough about the physical media community, I'm going to transition over to my thoughts on the animatronic community. Now, I know this is probably going to be surprising considering, well, I don't collect animatronics and I actually collect physical media related stuff, but I don't think the animatronic community is nearly as bad, at least from the looks of it, as the physical media community. Now, there are definitely some issues that I personally have with the animatronic community, mainly just some of them can be really annoying. And when well, I haven't really talked to a whole lot of people in the animatronic community. Like the only real person or the only real people that I really talked to or could say I'm even remotely friends with in that community are Bob the Seether fan, and I guess you'd say that casual collector guy. But I've been on a lot of Bob the Seether fan streams, and a lot. Well, at least his earlier streams had a lot of people in the animatronic community, which yeah, I think it. Well, I don't know what to really say, but it was interesting at least. Like I getting to interact with some people that in a community that I'm not really in, but some things that can kind of be a little bit annoying when it comes to the animatronic community is now here's some people to the other people in my audience who don't really know about this stuff. Let's just say the animatronic community really does not like drama. Now, I mean, I don't like drama either, but I view drama as something really annoying that happens. But if for some reason I'm dragged into it, or let's just say there's something I have to say, then I just try to speak on it. Or if someone's doing something like really freaking bad, then I guess you'd say I could kind of I give my 2 cents on parts of it. But the animatronic community kind of has a, let's just say, a lot more serious of a reaction than I do. Some of the animatronic people, well, this is kind of something Bob the Seether fan told me, but when it comes to drama, let's just say if the people in the animatronic community don't necessarily, or if the animatronic community sees someone doing something wrong, or if someone in that community is doing a lot of really bad things, let's just say they kind of just made this. I think it's a vow that they don't announce it to the public or no one makes a video on it because it may cause like a lot more serious things to happen. Now, here's the kind of way that I view drama in a certain way. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, to an extent, it could be kind of like troll. Well, I'm not comparing it to troll feeding, but what I was trying to say was, it seems like I kind of compare it a little bit to how I would view troll feeding. Yeah, the advice or the piece of advice saying don't feed the trolls. It is a good piece of advice, but I personally believe there are certain moments where you really have to feed a troll because yeah, there's just those rare moments where let's just say it's gone to a certain point where it's just been the same thing for like 5 months, let's just say, and it gets to the point to where it feels like you probably need to call it out or address it. that's what the way that I kind of view drama. Yeah, you can choose not to be in it, and yeah, you don't really have to address it if you don't want to. But it gets to a point where if no one calls someone out, then they're just going to continue to do their. I guess you'd say continue to do the thing that's bad. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. Okay, this is yet again another short stream, but I feel like I'm probably gonna have to cut the stream because I kind of run out of things to say. But yeah, see you guys later.